Street food.
Top 5.
In terms of street food, Osaka is arguably the most important city in Japan. Arguably because some people might say Kyoto is where it's at, not Osaka. Now, the street food scene in Kyoto is definitely dope, but this video is about Osaka, so forget about Kyoto for now. Osaka's got so many snack spots. You got Shinsekai, you got Dotonbori. There's even a whole museum dedicated to this snack. Honestly, it's hard to limit myself to just 5 snacks, but the internet loves 5s, so here's my take on the snacks you should try if you find yourself in Osaka. Number 5, Takoyaki. I'm starting with these because I don't like them at all. Octopus balls are a taste I have not acquired, but Osaka is famous for them, so you know, when in Rome. The guy starts by adding some batter to this custom octopus ball grill press. As it begins to set, he adds some chunks of octopus meat, sometimes little tiny bits, sometimes a big old chunk. He evens out the batter. A line is typically forming during this cook time. Next, he adds some green onion, some dried bonito flakes, basically smoked tuna flakes, and some pickled red ginger. Then he begins the flipping process. At first, it just looks like he's scraping the sides of the grill, but as they congeal, he starts to separate the takoyaki with some deft chopstick work. Eventually, his chopsticks are flying with lightning speed as he turns and flips each ball. Before you know it, you got takoyaki. Sometimes they finish it with a bit of vinegar, and your order usually comes with a healthy dose of Japanese sauce. If you like octopus, you'll probably like this. I don't. Number 4, Kitsune Udon. What better way to follow up a snack I hate than with a snack that I love? I came across a ton of these noodle shops in Osaka. You have to put your order into a vending machine, and it spits out a ticket that you carry to the bar. Udon noodles are nice and thick. You can get them hot or cold. Kitsune literally means fox, and Kitsune Udon originated here in Osaka. It's characterized by this flat piece of tofu on the top of the noodles. The broth is delicious. It's made from a rich soy sauce. The noodles are filling, and the tofu is a little bit sweet. It's just a great combination of flavors and textures. It's hard to explain how it all comes together, but it does. And it's a great way to fill up on the cheap. Number 3, Kushikatsu. You can see this guy's face all over the tourist spots in Osaka, and he's out there hawking some Kushikatsu, which is a strip of beef on a skewer, battered and then deep fried. They look kind of like miniature corn dogs, only they got a nice piece of meat inside. Now they're really hot when you get them straight out of the oil, so you let them cool a second, and then you're supposed to dip them in this bowl of whatever this is, but don't bite and double dip. The guy helping me was adamant about this point. One big dunk, then you enjoy it. Number 2, ramen. Look, I love ramen. And it's not just limited to Osaka, obviously. You can get ramen all over the world. But this bowl of tonkotsu ramen that I got outside the Cup of Noodles Museum in Osaka was so good. First off, you got a complex broth, which is pretty important when you're talking about ramen. Tonkotsu is a pork bone broth with an amazingly creamy consistency. Then you got some springy noodles, which you can refill, by the way, usually for just another $1 or $2. If you're still hungry, you like more noodles, and they bring them. And you got all these other elements you can mix in if you want. I copied the customer next to me and did some ground up sesame seeds and pickled ginger. Ramen is just great, okay? Eat it in Osaka, eat it everywhere. Number 1, Okonomiyaki. This is pretty much the flagship dish of Osaka street food. It's a hot skillet of stir-fried vegetables and meat brought together by an egg batter, kind of like an omelet, and then covered in sauce. On top of the sauce, these little things that look like they're dancing are fish flakes. The heat from the skillet and the dish make them move around. It looks a little bit like the thing is alive. It's not. It's just dancing fish flakes, which I think is pretty cool. Now, it's common to go to a place where you mix and make okonomiyaki yourself. But since I didn't know how to do that, didn't have any friends in Japan to show me the way, I went to a place where they made it for me. Maybe I need more friends. Anyway, okonomiyaki is delicious. If you find a Japanese restaurant that advertises Osaka-style food, they will almost certainly offer this dish, and I highly recommend that you try it. Street food. Check out my YouTube channel for my regular street food show, where I eat things on the street, mostly in China, and learn stuff about culture and food, and also culture. At Street Foodies on Facebook, let me know how right or wrong my Osaka top 5 is, bearing in mind that I'm kind of an expert.